Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. If somebody's having trouble with his logo, saying that when they reverse the white to black letters, and really it's not really white to black, it's black to nothing, that some of the letters don't engrave, and I don't 100% understand. Uh, One, this might not be the best. This is called reverse engraving, where everything black's going to be engraved away and everything's not going to be wood. But that's personal preference. But if you look at his line here, that's pretty bad. Unless it's going to be real little. I mean, everything else is pretty sharp. This would be really easy to reproduce. I've already done it, and look how clean mine is. So I'm going to show him how to do that, and then we're going to kind of walk through what I think he maybe could do to help his situation. Let's see how big this thing is. Let's make our nudge factor 8 inches, and let's nudge this out of the way. Now, all we have to do, if this is his logo, and that's not a, we're going to use green just so we can see it. We're going to fill that in with green. And we're going to nudge it over twice. Only did it twice so I could get it completely out of the way. Now, what I would do is left click right click. Now it should still be fuzzy. And there's really no way to fix that. It's real easy to redraw that. If you'll take the rectangle tool and go from node to node and then go down and kind of watch your top corners. Go all the way to the bottom. And he's feeling, when he draws, he fills in his objects with black. That would drive me up a wall. So take your new box and go to object and convert it to a curve. Take these two nodes and right click and turn them into a curve. Take these two nodes and add a node. Then just grab that center node and go to the top of the box. It's almost going to snap to it. And I'm just taking the handles. So we've got the top basically done. Don't worry about the bottom, or the curvature yet. We're actually going to take these two nodes and add a node. So now we have the center. I'm going to take a 3-point curve line, and I'm going to go from that node to that node, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of curve. Don't have to be real close yet. Just kind of get it in the middle, because it's a curve, and now we're going to use the handles to get it closer to that line. And you can move both handles till you kind of see what you're going on or what you're doing, and grab that node and see if you push it in, it goes in, but it also messes up that one a little bit. And this is where, maybe we could, can't really do anything about that. I was thinking we could turn it into a cusp, but that doesn't work in this scenario. But we're already so much better off than his is. I'm just trying to get it pretty close to his original line. Now what we can do is try to grab our shield and move it out of the way. And we're going to take our new form line and Control D and duplicate. Hold down the control button and mirror it to the other side. Now we got a little bit of a bow in our box, but that's fine. That's what we want. And I'm going to take away those. Well, I can already see I'm not even. I didn't do something right. But what we're going to do, we're going to make this thing even. I'm going to take the shape tool, and I'm just going to put it up top right now. And it doesn't matter what we have on the outside, because now we can take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And this is the part, I really hate doing this, but because I really need, you know what? I can make a copy of that, nudge it up, and then I can move this one to the center. I'm going to get rid of that logo and hit P, put it in the center. I'm going to left click, right click. because I want it even though this is already pretty good. Let's see how off I am. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, and I'm going to mirror it. We're really close. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up a couple of times to get back to where we were so we won't mess up. Now we're going to, well, you know what? It'd be better to take that and left click, right click, and get rid of all this. And now I'm going to nudge this back up. Now I want to know how thick that line is. So I'm going to take my parallel dimension tool, and I'm going to go from there to there, and we're 0.24 of an inch thickness. So I'm going to contour. I'm going to go to Effects and Contour to the inside 0.24. Now I don't have to break the contour apart. I can take my Smart Fill tool and fill in that shape, and then I have a completely different shape. But then I can left click, right click. Now we're going to take our logo and go to View and Wireframe, and we're going to get rid of this line. Now I can nudge this back over. The only thing wrong with this is when I go to probably back to Enhance, I'm going to get that. So let's try this. Let's try moving that over and left click, right click, and it worked. Now we can move it right back. Now here's where I think his problem is. If you Smart Fill everything with black, and then you're going to have to fill this in with black, and then go in and fill in the individual letters. I guarantee these aren't fonts anymore. You know, they are objects of Smart Fill. But I would rather not reverse engrave this item. It just depends. I mean, if you engrave this, say you're making a disc. If you're making a plaque and this is just in the center of the plaque, it'll work. But if you're making a disc, your engraved part is going to be cut off. Maybe it's just part. So reverse engraving would work, because what's going to happen if we turn this yellow box, let's say to a wood color, that's what it's going to look like. The wood is still going to be there. The black is going to be engraved away. The only other way would be to fill everything in normally, you know, without doing reverse engraving. And let's just do it real quick. Let's just back up. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. Instead of reverse engraving, I'm going to take the yellow box out of the way for just a second. I would engrave this normally, and then when you're doing that, you just have to pick your item, go up to black, and you could use the Smart Fill tool, but if you pick your font and all your other item, you know, that's all one piece. So I'm going to have to go for just a second, go up to Object and ungroup it, because I don't want that black. I just want this, and then turn that black. Now, it didn't work in this case because of the letters. It's not really you know, they're not fonts anymore. So in this case, you would have to fill in everything in black. But, you know, the inverse engraving might be good. The good thing about filling this in is you don't have to fill in the centers, just fill in the worded. And then you're going to get basically the opposite, a normal engraving of, and also it looks like rod and the O and the R or not. I think that looks better, and you got a little mistake right there in rod. Easily fixed. Let's see how I would fix that, because that's going to be a shape. And so what we could do is bring down an indexing. I've lost my rulers. I'd bring down an indexing line, or for right now, we can just, you know what, it might be it's his program. see, so the R is pretty good. I would set my nudge factor on something a little bit lower, so you have to deselect everything and maybe make your nudge factor 0.1, and then grab your R, and it's gonna leave behind the outline. But get a little bit more uniform. It's gonna be hard to grab that. If you ever have a problem like this, let's make our nudge factor now like 9 inches, and let's select something, and whatever it selects it, move it out of the way. And then we could actually get rid of all these lines. We don't need them. And that's going to engrave normally. So now your wood is going to be, let's do this. Let's make this circle. Yeah, the circle's by itself. Let's make the circle wood color this time. I do this so much I need to put a better wood color up top. So now that's what it's going to look like. The O and the D still look kind of funny. I would maybe retype that if you know what font it is. But that's, other than that, I don't see a problem. I'm sure it'll let me know if there is. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.